going to be a national inquiry. He hasn't said who's going to head it. He hasn't said who's going to be responsible for it. He hasn't said who it's answering to. He hasn't said what its reach will be, what its powers will be, and who it will be going after. And so I think there's a great big vacuum here that Keir Starmer just simply doesn't want to fill. But this morning we learned, and we kind of knew this anyway, that there's a Rochdale grooming gang who cannot be deported because they've all renounced their citizenship of Pakistan. They were dual nationals, Pakistan passport holders and British passport holders, but because of, once again, the ECHR, they can't be sent back.
It's enough to make your blood boil, isn't it?
Yeah, it really is.
Or any time of the day. I don't care. Send them to Pakistan. If the Pakistanis won't take them, we will cancel all visas, all future visas. We'll deport everyone with a visa in the United Kingdom. We'll stop still the crazy amount of aid that I think we sent something like £130 million to Pakistan last year at the pockets of everybody who's watching and listening to this today. And we'll start putting sanctions on if they won't take them. I'm not surprised they don't want to take these, paedophile, rapist scumbags, but they've got to do it. They're not staying here. The alternative is that we build some super max prison like El Salvador and stick all these people in it to rot away forever. I don't think that the establishment realise quite how much loathing, rightly so, British people have for foreign paedophile rapists. It's not complicated.
Yeah, strangely enough, most people think it's pretty abhorrent. There's only a few lefties left, and some of them, bizarrely, still have radio shows who think it's racist to call them out. Let's have a look at the exchange yesterday between Angela Rayner and Chris Philp.
It is vital that scandals like this are never again covered up because of the racial background of perpetrators. And Baroness Casey's report said people who downplay the ethnic dimension are letting victims down, to use her words. So I do have to raise the language the Prime Minister used in January when he, I'm afraid to say, smeared campaigners as jumping on, quotes, a far-right bandwagon, simply for calling for the very inquiry he has now been forced to set up. Standing up for rape victims is not far right. So, will the Deputy Prime Minister apologise for what the Prime Minister said?
Well, I say, Mr. Speaker, that the Prime Minister did not just raise issues but acted on them. He brought the first prosecutions against grooming gangs, called for action to address ethnicity issues in 2012. And the honourable member will know that the data that the previous government collected was inaccurate and not complete. And Casey recognised this, and it's one of the recommendations that we will be taking forward. The Prime Minister made those comments specifically about Tory ministers who sat for years in the government and did absolutely nothing about